Hello, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wardog TV. I want to thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast of 2025 Wardog Football. We are live from Elkins, Arkansas tonight as the Wardogs travel to take on the Elkins Elks. I'm Jim Paxton along with Jack Hudspeth, and we're excited to be bringing you tonight's broadcast of Wardog Football on Wardog TV, which is the official home of all live Miami Wardog sports, performances, and special event broadcasts. Our goal is to create an environment for students to gain real-world experience in production and content creation. As a result, we will provide high-quality broadcast and video content to Wardogs around the world. Our student production team tonight is led by Kiara Richards. He will be our director tonight. Other student-led part of the team, Sage Trustler, Perla Gonzalez, Kaylin Lewis, and Ella Shelton. And special thanks to Miami Public Schools Director of Communication, Mr. David Frazier, who is the executive producer of all Wardog TV events. So, all right, it's so good to be with you here tonight as we get the Wardog football season off. Really about 1 week early. This is officially what we're going to call 0 week. Teams can start this week. You don't have to. The real official start is next week, but if you start and play 0 week as the Wardogs done, you will have a week off somewhere in the schedule. The Wardogs will do that with week 4. They'll take a week off before they head into district play. We're about 3.5 minutes here from kickoff here tonight at Elkins. Captains are on the field right now. Captains for the Wardogs are number 25, Bryce Barnes. Number 5, Donnie Garfield. Number 20, Trent Lawson. And number 14, Hayden Connell. We want to apologize a little bit in advance. We do not have a roster of the Elkins Elks. We've went to look for one, and they're not any available here at the stadium. So we're just going to give you numbers of the Elks. Of course, we'll try to bring you all the names and action from the Wardogs tonight. Wardogs are led by Coach Zach Gardner. Coach Gardner in his 8th year as the Wardogs coach. Comes in with 8-year record of 27-46 at the helm for the Wardogs. Wardogs coming off one of their best seasons in many decades. Last year the Wardogs went 8-2, finished second in the district, and hosted a playoff game for the first time in Miami in many, many years. Wardogs rebuilding quite a bit on both sides of the football, especially along the offensive and defensive line, and some key skill positions as well. We believe starting tonight in the quarterback for the Wardogs will be senior Hayden Connell. He played last year but did not see any action as quarterback. He was a receiver last year. We've graduated a number of good players off that 8-2 team from last year, including 2 or 3 All-Staters. Chris Kelly, David Homer, and Hayden Miller were all gone now, as is quarterback Sam Lillard and his favorite target, Logan Simapal. So we're going to see a lot of new Wardogs handling the ball tonight. Wardogs coming onto the field now. Wardogs in their all white with the blue helmet, block M on the side. On the far side, the Elkins Elks coming onto the field. They are in solid purple tonight. So, Jack, it's that time of year. It's time to get football underway, and it's an exciting time here. It's a nice, not too warm for game 1 of the high school football season. We could say this is the Elkins Elks, home of the little bugs. And I mean, there are little bugs everywhere, and they are biting people in the stands and the cheerleaders, and people are just slapping them like crazy. I don't know what they are. They look like little gnats or something, but they are little biting bugs everywhere throughout the stadium. So hopefully the sun will go down a little bit and the bugs will go away. We're about less than a minute here from kickoff. Coaching the Wardogs, so Coach Zach Gardner in his 8th year as the head coach. He'll be the offensive coordinator. Brad Homer is the defensive coordinator. Offensive line will be coached by Adam Teal. The defensive line by Bob Homer. Wide receivers, the defensive backs, coached by Pete Overman. The running backs, Zach Henry. The linebackers, Patrick Billings. Then special assistant coach, Randy Gardner. So we are ready for action here at Elkins. Deep for Miami right now is number 13, Kendrick Cook.
Kick it away for the Elks, number 82.
And number 3, Byron Harrison.
And Byron Harrison on the far side, deep for the Wardogs. They'll be going from our point of view here, from right to left.
Number 3, Byron Harrison, and number 13, Kendrick Cook.
Harrison and Cook back to return it for the Wardogs. It's a nice evening, no breeze at all, and we are underway here. The ball's going to go to Harrison. It's going to go over his head and go into the end zone. Cannot bring the ball out in high school football, so Wardogs will take over. First and 10, ball at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10 for the Wardogs.
All right, Wardogs' first play of the season coming here. Connell is the quarterback. He is split on either side by Gavin Fairman and number 5, Donnie Garfield. And they're going to draw an offsides.
There's a flag on the play.
Before any action gets underway here, we're going to have an offsides on the Elks. Wardogs going to pick up 5.
That's a great start.
That is a good start for the Wardogs. Wardogs will have a tough one here tonight. Elkins is a team with a lot of tradition.
Offsides against the Elks.
Last year, the Elks went undefeated and lost in the state championship game to the state champions, Arkadelphia. All right, ready for play here. Connell gets the ball, drops back, going to throw it deep. He's got Harrison. Oh, it's off his hands. Couldn't bring that one in. Had him about the 40-yard line. Good throw there by Connell. Harrison just not able to bring it in. Going to bring up second down and 5 for the Wardogs.
Number 15, Carson Rico on the coverage. They'll bring up second down and 5 for Miami.
Wardogs up front. Blake Frazier, Carter Sander, Josiah Barley, Gage Horn, Zayden Clark. Going to hand the ball number 5. That's going to be Garfield, and he's going to be caught in the backfield. Going to be brought down. We're going to say right at the line of scrimmage. He's going to go no gain. Going to bring up third down and 5 for the Wardogs.
Going to be brought down by number 12, Austin Bourne.
So this is an Elks team with a lot of tradition. Last 2 seasons, they have gone undefeated, only to lose in the playoffs. 2 years ago, lost in the semifinals. Last year, lost in the championship game, like we said, to Arkadelphia. Arkadelphia claimed the title 28-0. This is one of the 2 teams the Wardogs lost to last year. Their only loss was to perennial power Wagner. Wardogs come out, 1 back in the backfield now, and we're going to have a stoppage of play. Wardogs going to take a timeout right here. So 11:07 left in the first period. Wardogs facing 3rd and 5, their initial possession of the season. I said along the front for the Wardogs, Josiah Barley in the tackle, and Zayden Clark. The guards are Carter Sander and Gage Horn, and the center is Blake Frazier. But the Wardogs go with tight ends. Look for tight ends to be a combination of Trent Lawson, Bryce Barnes, and Tristan Hardcastle. Wide receivers tonight for the Wardogs to be Kendrick Cook, Byron Harrison, Cam Humble, and Trevor Henry. Look for a trio of Wardogs to share the carries in the backfield. Donnie Garfield, Gavin Fairman, and Eli Lewis all look to probably carry the ball at times for Miami. Underway here in Elkins. Wardogs facing 3rd down and along 5. Ball at their own 25. Wardogs can come out. They're going to have Cook and
coming out of the timeout,
Henry split to the left.
From their own 25-yard line.
1 back in the backfield with Connell. Gets the ball. He drops it back. Throws it, and it is intended for number 21. That is Cam Humble. Humble came in looking for the pass, and Connell threw it to the outside. So after picking up a free 5 yards on first down, drawing them off sides. Wardogs now going to be forced to punt.
Williams. That incomplete
Fairman
pass will bring
on
up fourth
to
down
punt for the Wardogs. Elks
Number 6,
return
Gavin
man standing
Fairman
about his
back
own
for
39-yard
Alabama.
line. No breeze at all here tonight. Pretty good snap. There's the kick. And it is almost blocked, and it's going to bounce, go across the 50.
Fairman's
Matter of fact, going to go out of
appears
bounds
to be partially blocked.
right
Looks like it's gonna go
out, right on the
bounds
Elkins
and
side
around
of the 50. We're going to call it the 49. I think that punt might have been partially blocked.
Number 32,
All right,
Williams,
in
and number 12,
the
Austin
Elks
Miller.
offense last year, which was very
The Elks will
impressive.
take over, 1st and 10 from the
No doubt,
Miami 49-yard
I really
line.
felt they were the best team the Wardogs faced all year long. They bring their offense out for their first series of the night. So we do not have a roster for them. Wardogs in a 3-man front. Barnes, Barley. They're going to hand the ball around the side, and Gavin Fireman's going to hit it in the backfield. He's going to bring him down for about a 7 or 8 yard loss. So tried to bring the ball up the middle, and that's brought down by Gavin Fairman.
Be a loss of about 4 on the play.
And they're going to give him a really good spot right there. Going to bring a second down in 14 for the Elks. Ball back on their side of the 50. Call it their own 46. Trip split to the right, one back split to the left for the Elks. They're going to hand the ball up inside again. He's going to find a big hole. He's across the 50, down across the 45, down to the 44-yard line.
Tackle made by number 14, Hayden Connell.
Connell, quarterback, seeing double duty tonight.
Runs it around the right
And they're going to bring up third down. Let's call it about 3rd down and 7 for the Elks. They're going to go fast. Little hitch route right out here, and it is dropped. Intended to number 5. Number 8, Eli Lewis on the coverage, and the ball is dropped. Little hitch play. So going to bring up 4th down. Let's call it a long 4th down, about 6 for the Elks. They go all no huddle. Everything is called at the line. 4 receivers for the Elks. Quarterback gets it, rolls, and it is caught. It's going to be a 1st down. He's going to go inside the 35 to about the 34. Napier is the quarterback for the Elks. He completes the pass to number 18. That's going to be a 1st down for the Elks. They quickly get to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers either side. Little draw play. He's going to go inside the 30 down to about the 29-yard line. Going to pick up about 5.
Tackle made by number 20, Trent Lawson.
Lawson coming up from outside linebacker position. Let's call it 2nd down and 4 for the Elks. Napier gets it, drops back. Little slant play, and that is Connell, Hayden Connell on the coverage, and he knocks the pass away. Going to bring up 3rd down, and let's call it a long 4 for Elks. Definitely in 2-down territory here. Ball at the Wardog 29-yard line. All right, 3rd down here. Hands the ball up inside to number 6, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Good job up front by the Wardog defense. That is Red Howe, Barley, Barnes, Donick, a host of Wardogs in on the tackle right there. There's not a lot of running room up inside for the Elks. It's going to bring up another 4th down. 4th and call it 4. So Wardogs right here and come up with a big play, get a turnover on downs. All right, quarterback gets it, drops back. Under pressure here, looking around, quite a bit of time, dancing around, throws it, and it is caught for a touchdown. It's number 11. Gave him enough time, and he found a receiver. It's going to be a 27-yard touchdown pass from Napier to number 11. The Elks go on the board early here, 6-0. So Wardogs forced a couple of fourth down plays during that drive. Was not able to get the Elks off the field. And Elks come up with the big play on fourth down. All right. And the kick is up, and it is good. So with 8:12 left in the first quarter, Elkins takes a 7-0 lead here over Miami.
There's a flag on the play.
All right, we got a penalty on the field. See what we have here.
Sideline warning. Miami.
Miami's coaches warned for being on the field. You get a warning. The second one will be a penalty. So Wardogs will receive for the second time tonight. Once again, Harrison and Cook back for Miami. Last kickoff went in the end zone. That's a weapon definitely in high school football. Kickoff returns cannot be advanced out of the end zone. There's the kick. It's going to land about the 5. It's going to take a bounce out of bounds. That's going to be a penalty. That's going to be a break right there for the Wardogs as they'll get a little bit better field position as they start their second possession of the evening. Down 7-0 here in Elkins. Kick went out of bounds. That's going to start this possession at the 35-yard line. So 15 yards better than the previous drive.
Balance's kick sails out of bounds.
All right, so Wardogs in the huddle. Second possession of the ball game for the Wardogs. They trail here 7-0 to Elkins. The Wardogs offense being directed by Hayden Connell. Henry and Harrison split to the left. Kendrick split to the right. They hand the ball up inside. He's going to bounce around the outside. That's number 8. That's Eli Lewis. Number 8, he goes around the left side, and he's going to pick up about almost 10. See where they mark it. That is, they're going to give him 10 on first down. They're going to move the chains. So good play, good pickup right there on first down. Wardogs hand the ball to Eli Lewis. He hits up in there, bounces to the outside, picks up 10. Wardogs have the ball first and 10, their own 45. Lewis is a junior. Hayden Connell, senior quarterback, but the first year to play quarterback for the Wardogs. Connell's going to take it, keep up inside himself. He's going to fight over the right side. He's going to pick up about 2 on the play, give him 1. Going to bring up second down and 9 for the Wardogs as the ball goes up to the 46-yard line.
Pickup of 1 on the play. It'll be second down and 9 for the Wardogs.
We are at John Bunch Jr. Field here in Elkins, Arkansas. About an hour and 45 minutes from Miami. So pretty good trek here. And the ball up inside to Lewis again. And he's going to fight up for about 3 or 4 yards up to about the 49-yard line.
Number 8, Eli Lewis, runs the ball up the middle. He'll be met immediately by a host of Elks. Short pickup on the play. There's a flag on the play.
Wardogs were in an illegal formation right there as the wideout did not get on the line of scrimmage. I believe wideout there was Harrison. Wardogs did not have 7 on the line of scrimmage. That's going to back him up 5. So it's going to be second down over.
Donut Garfield comes in for back Eli Lewis.
All right, Garfield in. Garfield is a senior running back as well. So it's going to make it second down and 14 now for the Wardogs. The Wardogs had an illegal formation. The wideout did not get on the line of scrimmage. Wardogs, all right, look better this time. Connell gets back, drops it back. They're throwing it deep, and he's going to overthrow Harrison up the left sideline. Going to bring up third down and 14 for the Wardogs. 6:32 left in the first quarter. Wardogs down early here, 7-0.
Pass going to fall incomplete. Bring up third down and 14 for Miami.
Third down, 14 for the Wardogs. Of course, you can't put a lot of trust in preseason high school polls, but according to a couple of major newspapers in Arkansas, Elkins is ranked number 4 in Class 4A. Like I said, they got beat in the championship game last year. All right, Wardogs drop back. Connell drops back. Under pressure. Oh, they're going to try to set up a screen pass, try to get it to Garfield, and Elkins read that one. It's going to bring up fourth down and a punting situation for Miami. Wardogs tried to set up the screen, but Elkins not having any of that. They read that one and right there waiting on him. Number 6, Gavin Fairman, back to punt for Miami. Deep for the Elks is number 14. He's standing at his own 20-yard line. Good snap and kick. Good kick right here. High spiral. It's going to land about, it's going to hit a Wardog right there. It's going to land about the 20. Would have took a big bounce, but that hit Rhett Howes. He went down to cover it. So a little bit of a break right there for the Elks. That ball probably would have went inside the 10, maybe even inside the 5, but hit a Wardog defender. And they're going to take over roughly about the 18, 19-yard line. All right, Elks come out for their second possession of the night, leading here 7-0. Elks run 4 receivers, 1 back, no huddle offense. They go fast. 5 receivers this time. Nobody in the backfield with Napier, the quarterback. That's the only name we have for the Elks is their quarterback. He looks like a good one. He drops back, going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be caught out to about the 26-yard line. Pick up about 7 on first down.
Cody Barnett moves in for the tackle.
Cody Barnett coming up from safety position there for the Wardogs. He's number 15. Let's call it second down and 3 for Elkins. All right, going to hand the ball up inside. Big hole. He splits the Wardog defense. He's out across the 40, up to about the 43-yard line. He finds a big gap there in the middle of the Wardog defense, and Elkins picks up a big first down. The ball moves up. We're going to call it the 43-yard line. Said Elkins puts a lot of pressure on the defense. They get the line of scrimmage quick and call the play. Empty backfield for the Elkins. Brings a running back in motion across. And good tackle right there. That is number 8. That is Eli Lewis hanging on to his leg. Still going to pick up about 6 on first down. Let's bring up second down and 4 for the Elks.
Pick up a 5 on the play. It'll be second down and 5 for the Elks.
Ball at the Elks 47-yard line. Quarterback gets it. Different quarterback. He rolls left. Oh, he's hit hard.
Eli Lewis with another tackle.
Lewis, a big hit right there on the quarterback. That was a different quarterback there. That was number 12. He came in just to run the ball. Napier now comes back in.
short for Elkins.
Third down and less than a yard for Elkins. 4:41 left in the first quarter. And have an official timeout on the field here. I think they're going to look at measuring this one. Really kind of a break here for the Wardogs because they put so much pressure on your defense. They go so fast. It's at the line of scrimmage, calling the plays there. And, you know, the play ends and they're already lining up for the next one. They get off a lot of plays. They're stretching the chains there, and it's going to be a first down for the Elks. So move the chains.
Bourne's run will be enough for another Elkins Elks. First down.
First down for the Elks. Ball just across the 50 into Wardog territory. Ball at the 47. 4:39 left in the first period. Elks leading here 7-0. Elks on their first possession of the night. Took a drive, went about 49 yards. Ended up with about a 28-yard touchdown pass on fourth down. This drive started inside their own 20. They've quickly moved across the Wardog side of the field. Ball is thrown out to the left flat and is knocked down. Incomplete. Going to bring up second down and 10 for the Elks. Lawson out on coverage for the Wardogs. Trent Lawson, outside linebacker. He's a senior.
Elkins going empty set.
Empty set here. 5 receivers for the Elks on this play. Quarterback under pressure, throwing it over. He's got a guy wide open in the middle of the field, and he drops it. He was literally running right down the middle of the field, and he was wide open, and he just dropped it. That's a running back, number 6. That probably brought him. They went empty right there. That would have been probably a touchdown if he pulls that one in, but he drops the ball. So it's called third down and 10 for the Elks. Ball at the Wardog 47. Number 6 in the backfield with Napier. 2 receivers either side for the Elks. Solid purple uniforms for them. Wardogs in there all white with the blue helmet, the block M on the side. Quarterback back, he's under pressure. They're going to throw it, it's going to be picked off. That's going to be number 23, that is Red Howe. He comes up with the interception. Oh, he dropped it. I called that one too early. I thought that was an interception, and he did not come down with it. Did you see there, Jack? I thought for sure he had it.
I thought he had it for sure, too.
I apologize. I was calling interception. He does a good play right there by Howe. Nevertheless, he broke up the play. Good job up front by the Wardogs getting defense on the quarterback.
Still leaves Elkins with a 4th and 10.
That's right. So punt formation now for the Elks. Back for the Wardogs is number 12, Trevor Henry. And it is a running. And Henry's going to fair catch the ball right about the 10. Right there, they'll snapped it to the punter, and he kind of takes off running, kind of a rugby-style kick. And if he would have wanted to, he could have ran for a long time. The Wardogs, I don't know that anybody paid attention to him, to that punter. I'm sure that's something the Elks coaches upstairs will take note of. Wardogs send everybody back and tried to set up for a return. Good job there by the Wardog defense, however. And they get a stop, and they'll take over. Ball at their own 10-yard line. 4:12 left in the first quarter. Wardogs down here, 7-0. Like Blaze Riley coming in to quarterback now for the Wardogs. Going to hand the ball up inside. That is Fairman over the left side. He's going to cross the 10, across the 15, up to about the 16. So 6 yards on first down. Good play right there by Fairman. Said Blaze Riley into quarterback the Wardogs. I know going through the summer and into fall camp, Connell and Riley battling for that quarterback position. And like I said, both of them already seeing action here tonight in the first quarter. Going to bring up second down. Let's call it 4, a long 4 for the Wardogs. Fairman in the backfield with Riley. Riley gets it, drops it back, under pressure, rolling out. He's going to scramble, and he's going to be brought down for about a yard loss, about the 15. So going to bring up his third down, and let's call it 6 for the Wardogs. Riley having to scramble right there and brought down for a yard loss.
Be a loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd down and 6 for Miami.
3rd down and 6 for the Wardogs. Fairman in the backfield with Riley. Harrison split to the left. Cook and Henry split to the right. Riley gets it back, drops it straight back, throws it deep, going for Harrison. And he is being ridden all the way down the sidelines, and the ball is going to come up short.
Number 3,
So that's the second or third time they've tried to go to Harrison tonight, not been able to connect. So Wardogs, after a couple of pass attempts, ended in a sack and incomplete pass. The Wardogs don't run a lot of time off the clock, and they'll be punting this one back to this high-powered Elks offense. Number 14 back for the Elks, just across the 50, standing at his own 47-yard line. Fairman on to kick for the Wardogs. Wardogs still looking to pick up. Wardogs did get a first down earlier in the drive. Fairman's going to kick it. And he takes a fair catch. The ball goes off of his thigh. Going to have possibly play. I don't know if we're going to call Howe for an interference. He got pretty close to the punt returner, but he didn't touch him. Punt returner he put up his hand for the fair catch, but the ball bounced off of his thigh. The Wardogs jump on it, so we're going to see how this one plays out here. They have not dropped a flag on the play yet. So Brett Howe was right on the kicker, but he didn't touch him. Officials are still trying to talk this one out. Let's see what we're going to have here. They're going to call an inadvertent whistle, and they're going to make him punt it again. Oh, Wardogs they got the bad end of that one right there, because that should have been a Wardogs ball. He called a fair catch, and it came down, and the official blew his whistle, and then he bounced off of him. He didn't catch it. So it's going to go back. Wardogs going to have to punt it again.
After the play, the Wardogs will line back up to reattempt the punt.
Strange right there. Just an inadvertent whistle, which brought the play dead, but it wasn't dead, so they're going to have to replay it. All right, got Fairman back again. And it is fair caught at the 44-yard line. That looks like partially blocked again, probably. And Elkins will take over 1st and 10 at the Miami 46-yard line. 2:32 left in the first quarter. Wardogs down 7-0.
Wardogs really got the short end of the straw that time.
Yeah, they really did, and that's just one of those things. They blew the whistle a little bit early, so you had to replay the down. All right. 4 receivers for the Elks, 1 back in the backfield. They're going to hand the ball up inside to number 6 again. He's going to be caught by Josiah Barley and struck down after about a 3 or 4 yard gain. Good job out there by Barley. Big defensive tackle for the Wardogs. And let's give him about 3 or 4 on the play. Just bring up second down, and let's call it 7 and 7 for the Elks. Ball at the Wardog 43-yard line. All right. Hands the ball up inside again to number 6. And he's brought down. That's Trent Lawson on the tackle. He's brought down right at the 40-yard line.
And we'll run the ball down.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4. So Wardog defense doing a pretty good job so far on the run game.
Bring up 3rd down and 4 for the Elks.
3rd down and 4. Late first quarter. Wardogs trailing here 7-0. The Elks scored on their first possession of the night. Wardogs forced a punt, and this is their 3rd possession. Napier gets it, rolls out to his right, and it is incomplete. Or is it? No, it's caught. It's caught by number 5, just past the first down marker. Pretty good coverage right there by Hayden Connell. They bring it in.
There's a flag on the play.
We're going to have a hold against the Elks, so that first down is going to be negated, and they're going to back them up. So it's going to bring up 3rd down again. They're going to go from 3rd to 4 to probably about 3rd and 14. So they're going to move the ball back to right out of the other side of the 50.
That penalty will move the ball back to midfield.
Holding on the Elks right there. All right, so that negates the big play. Big play here for the Wardog defense. 1:19 left in the first quarter. Wardogs on a 3-man front. And Napier gets it, drops back. It'll be under pressure. Bryce Barnes chasing him down. He's going to catch it from behind. They get him. Barnes and Trent Lawson in combined for the sack. So for the second time tonight, the Wardog defense comes up big, and they're going to force a punt.
Take the ball back to the Elkins 48-yard line.
All right, it's going to move it back to the 48. Going to bring it 4th down and 16. So good job right there by the Wardog defense. Number 12, Henry, back to field the punt. They kind of keep an eye on the Elks punter here. So if the Wardogs keep an eye on him, they're doing a little bit better job keeping an eye on him here. And the ball goes, it's a low kick. It's going to go inside the 10, inside the 5, inside the 1, and it's going to be brought down about 1 inch from the goal line. That's what you want is that rugby-style kick. The ball's just bouncing. It's really hard for the receiver to go up and get it. And that's a weapon right there for the Elks as the Wardogs now 99 yards, 11 inches away from the end zone right now. That ball is barely on the other side of the goal line. 13 seconds left in the first play. In the first period, Wardogs down 7-0. Blaze Riley still in at quarterback for the Wardogs. Connell ran the first 2 possessions. This would be Riley's second possession. Garfield in the backfield with Riley. Try to draw the Elks offside. Nothing to lose there. Wardogs going to have to get this one off. Snap the ball to Riley. He's going to get up inside, and we're going to have probably a delayed game penalty. Wardogs took a timeout. But Jack probably could have just they probably could have took the delay of game penalty because it would have been a penalty about half an inch.
Yep.
I mean, the ball is so deep against the goal line. You see the Wardogs right there. We're just going to snap the ball to Riley and try to run him straight ahead. So they kind of showed their hand right there. Let's see what happens right here. See if they try to run the same thing again. This will probably be about the final play of the first period. And it's still a tie one here, 7-0. Wardog defense has come up with a couple of big stops. Wardog offense so far really just picked up about 1 first down so far tonight. First down run by Eli Lewis, picked up 10 on first down on the Wardog second possession, but the Wardogs have not moved the ball much against this tough Elks defense. They are 99 yards and 11 inches away from the end zone here. They are backed up deep. Lewis in the backfield now with Riley.
First 10 from their 1-yard line.
This is not a bad place right here to throw one up deep. They're going to hand the ball up inside to Lewis, and is he going to get out of the end zone? He's not. I don't think. Let's see where they mark him. And it is going to be a safety.
I don't know if they could have asked for a better punt.
Yeah, that's a weapon right there. So that's going to be a safety on the final play of the first quarter for the Elks. And so their lead goes to 9-0. And what's bad about that? Now you got to kick the ball to them. Wardogs will be kicking off, and it'll be a punt, I'm sure. But you now kick off from your own 20 and give the ball right back to them. So Jack will kind of look back at that. Elks start to pull away. That could definitely be, the turning point right there. The Wardogs could not get the ball out of the end zone.
And with that, that's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Elkins.
All right, so we've got one in the books here. The Wardogs down now 9-0 to the Elks. Frustrating out there because on first down, it looked like that, Riley was going to get out of the end zone and pick up some positive yards. They came back and ran Lewis right up, tried to run him up the middle, and Elks tackled him in the end zone for safety. So Wardogs now will be punting the ball from their 20 back to the Elks. As we start the second quarter, teams are now going to switch ends of the field. So you're getting ready to put your All right. Wardogs going to be, it's a free kick, and those teams elect to punt right here.
As we start the second quarter,
gets the ball a lot higher and gives your coverage team more time to get down there.
Back to the Elks. Be number 6, Gavin Fairman to kick it away.
Fairman will punt it.
Number 14, Josh
The Elks
Ham,
receivers
and
are
number 6,
standing
Connor
back
Ham,
about their
receive for the Elks.
25, 26-yard line, now moving up to about the 30. Wardogs getting there. This is really your kickoff team. Instead of kicking it off, you're going to punt it after the safety. And this will be the first play of the second quarter, and it's a high spiral, not a real deep kick. It's going to be, one guy drops, the other guy picks it up, and he's going to bring it up to about the 44. He's going to be tackled by Fairman and Rhett Howe on the tackle. Elks will take over with good field position, now leading 9-0 as we move into the second quarter. The Elks will take over first down and 10, ball at their own 46-yard line.
Barnett and number 23, Rhett Howe.
Once again, we want to thank our student production team tonight. Gary Richards is our director tonight, and student production team of Sage Trussler, Perla Gonzalez, Kaylin Lewis, and Ella Shelton tonight for the Wardogs. Doing all of the technical work, that side of the Wardog TV. I'm Jim Paxson along with Jack Hudspeth. We're glad to be bringing the action here tonight on Wardog TV. Start the second quarter, Wardogs down 9-0.
There's a flag on the play.
We're going to have a false start against the Elks, so they're going to be backed up to their own 41. They're going to bring up first down and 15.
Back to the Elkins 41-yard line. It'll be first and 15 from there.
Want to give a shout out tonight to Brian Mitchell, who does the Wardog TV for basketball. Mr. Mitchell not able to be here tonight. He had knee replacement surgery, so he is rehabbing at home, and he hopes to be back at Robertson Field next week to watch the Wardogs. So shout out to Mr. Mitchell. Draw play for the Elks, and he's going to be brought down. That is Gavin Fairman and number 54,
Carter Santer.
Carter Santer on the tackle. So draw play right there by the Wardogs. Good job right there by the Wardog defense. Wardog defense doing a pretty good job so far tonight. Going to pick up a one. Let's call it down, second down and 14. Just underway here in the second quarter. Wardogs trailing here 9-0. So the Elks came in ranked number 4 in Class 4A in Arkansas. They were the state runners-up last year. Napier gets back under pressure, steps up. He's going to have quite a bit of room to run. He's across the 50, down to about the 45. He's going to pick up probably a first down. So Good job right there by the Wardogs secondary, but Napier scrambles, and he's going to pick up about 16 or 17 on the play. They're going to move the chains. He goes out of bounds at the Wardog. Let's call it the 42-yard line. So big play on second down and long for the Elks. They pick up the first down. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. Napier gets it, rolls to his right. Under pressure, steps up again. Wardogs chasing. Still chasing, and he's going to throw that one away. So
number 2, Ben Napier's pass intended for number 5, Isaiah Haywood.
Going to bring up. Let's call it. It's going to bring up second down and 10 for the Elks.
Down and 10 for the Elks.
You can tell the Wardogs chasing him all over the field.
Front three has done a really good job of getting pressure on the quarterback.
They have, and the Wardogs are bringing some pressure from the from the backers and stuff as well. Trying to give them some different looks, just to not let him be comfortable and sit back there and pick you apart. Second and 10 now for the Elks. Ball at their own 42. 10:51 left till half. Elks leading this one 9-0. They hand the ball to number 6 around the right side, and he's going to be brought down by Sander, number 54.
Connor Ham runs it over the right side. It'll be brought down by number 54, Carter Sander.
All right, Sander going to come out, and Barley's going to come in and give him a break. Wardogs trying to rotate in and out some of those bigger defensive linemen who's having to spend a lot of their time chasing these backs and that quarterback all around this field. Another big play here for the Wardog defense. Third down and 7. Ball is at the Wardog 38. And hand the ball to number 6. Sprint draw. He's going to pick up inside. He's going to be brought down by Red Howe. And number 8, Eli Lewis. He needed 7, got 8. And it's going to bring a first down for the Elks. Zayden Clark coming in. He's going to replace Barley. Like I said, we keep trying to rotate some of those bigger defensive linemen, trying to keep them fresh. All those guys are seeing double duty, playing on both sides of the ball. First and 10 for the Elks. Ball at the Wardog 30. Elks leading here 9-0. Ball is thrown out, and it is dropped. That's the running back, number 6. And kind of a little screen play out to the left flat, and he just dropped it.
Second time he's been wide open and dropped it.
Yeah, second down and 10. One was right up the middle of the field with a deep pass hit his hand. So it's like he's so far a pretty good runner, but he's dropped a couple of passes so far. That's going to bring up a second down and 10 for the Elks. Throw it out to the flat, number 14, and he is going to be brought down after about a short gain. Short gain right there. Good job by the Wardog secondary. So once again, they're going to bring up third down and fairly long, or let's call it third and 7 for the Elks. 9:24 left till halftime.
Aiden Sharp coming in.
The Wardogs going to have to call a timeout as they were caught with too many men on the field. You're going to make a substitution. You're going to have to do it quick. They don't give you time. They're going to get the line of scrimmage. They're calling the play. They're not subbing guys in and out. You've got to be ready, and that's what one of the things they try to do is catch you with too many men on the field, and I think that's the Wardogs' final timeout of the first half. They are out. Over 9 minutes left in the second period. All right, Wardogs out of timeouts. Elks facing third down and 7 at the Wardog 28-yard line. I think as the suns went down, and I think the bugs have went away a little bit, Jack. We got here, it was still pretty sunny. We got here about 6 o'clock, and there were just little bugs everywhere, all over the stadium, just biting everyone. They kind of seemed to go away.
Yes,
Thankfully. All right, back to action here. 3rd and 7 for the Elks. Wardog defense has come up with a couple of big stops. They need one here. Stay within striking distance of the Elks. Going to hand the ball up inside to number 6 again. Howe comes up and lowers his head, and he gets ran over. And that's going to move the chains once again. That's about an 8-yard gain on for the Elks. They're going to bring up 1st and 10 to the. That ball goes to the 15-yard line. Pick up about 13, excuse me. All right, little quick spot pass out there to the right flat. It's going to be caught and to go out of bounds after a short gain. Still got out of bounds about the 13-yard line. Going to bring up a 2nd down and about 8. Eli Lewis on the tackle for the Wardogs.
He is flying all over the field tonight.
Yeah, they are. Called his name a lot on defense for sure. All right, 2nd and 8. 8:28 till halftime. Ball up inside to number 6 again, and he is going to be tackled. That is 13. That is Kendrick Cook, 57.
Along with number 8, Eli Lewis again.
Eli Lewis and Jesse Calhoun, number 57. Going to bring up 3rd down and 3 for the Elks. Oh. They put a lot of pressure on you defensively. The ball all over the field, small, quick back, and they're going to draw the Wardogs offside. Take your pick. That's going to be Horn or
dead ball, offsides, defense.
Clark. I think both of them jumped off sides there. So they're going to give the Elks a 1st and goal.
After the penalty, that'll be enough for
it's going to be probably about the 4-yard line. So Elkins put together an impressive drive right here. They forced a safety the last play of the first quarter, and the Wardogs were forced to punt. It's just been kind of a slow, methodical drive right here, even though the Elks go, up tempo. And the ball's on the ground. Number 6 dropped it, and it was laying there for a minute, and he came back and got it. And he's going to lose back to about the 7. So big hit up inside there by one of the Wardogs. That as the ball goes on the turf, but number 6, the running back, falls on his own fumble. Number 13 comes in for the Wardogs and a different quarterback. Let's see here. Nope, Napier still at quarterback. 2nd and goal from the 6. Hand the ball up inside the number 13. He's going to go inside the 5 to down at the 4-yard line.
Hunter Smith runs the ball up the middle.
It's going to bring up 3rd down and goal from the 3.
It'll be 3rd down and goal from the 4-yard line.
This is a drive that they've taken almost half of the time off of the second quarter. Elks have had the ball the entire second quarter. 3rd down and goal is called the 4. Napier's going to roll to his left. Going to throw it. It's still rolling. Throws it back to the end zone, and it is caught. Found the receiver coming across the back of the end zone. He was wide open. Not a Wardog anywhere near him. And that'll push the score to 15-0 for the Elks.
Number 82 sets up for the extra point.
All right. 6:26 left in the second quarter. So that was a drive that, even though it just went about 60 yards, the Elks took almost 6 minutes off the clock, which kind of surprises for them. We kind of look at them as a kind of a quick strike offense. But that was a slow, methodical drive, short passes and runs, and they took the time. And 6:26 left until halftime. Elkins pushes the lead to 16-6 over the Wardogs. Unofficially, I think the Wardogs so far really just have one first down so far tonight, as they have not really been able to find any kind of answers on the offensive side. Wardogs will be receiving. Harrison and Cook have been the deep guys for the Wardogs so far tonight. And they are still back there. Kendrick Cook, Byron Harrison. About halfway through the second quarter, Elkins leading this one 16-0 over the Wardogs. And what we knew would be a tough one coming in. They're ranked number 4, made it to the state finals last year. It's a team that has a lot of tradition. They've only lost 2 games the last 2 years. Those came in the semifinals and the state finals. All right, and here is the kick. It is deep, and it is going to go toward Harrison. He's going to take it inside the 5. Byron's bringing it up the field. Still on his feet, dancing around, and he is not going to make it back to the 20. He's going to be tackled about the 15-yard line, I believe. Byron Harrison on the return.
He'll bring it down to the 17-yard line.
Let's call it the 17-yard line.
Miami will take over there. First 10, Wardogs.
All right. 6:17 left till halftime. It's like Hayden Connell coming back in to quarterback the Wardog offense. Wardogs had 4 possessions the first quarter. Connell ran 2. Blaze Riley ran 2. Either one found a lot of success. Connell back for this possession. He's going to take it up the left side. And that's a play that's designed to go up the middle, and he's trying to bounce it outside. There's not going to be any run room outside. And he is going to be brought down for a 2-yard loss from the 17 back to the 15. So that's a play that's not going to bounce.
Nope.
That's got to get up inside the tackles. All right, 5:47 left till halftime. Wardogs going to have to hurry and get this one off. They are out of timeouts. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. They do not get it off. Yeah, they do. That was a busted play right there.
Number 5, Donnie Garfield.
Quarterback comes all the way to the sidelines to get the play from Coach Gardner, then goes all the way back in. And the Wardogs have faced that several times, barely getting the play snapped in time. That's another loss right there. All right, 3rd down and 12. Under 5 minutes till half. Wardogs down 16-0 to the Elks. 3rd and 12, ball at their own 15. Wardogs have Harrison split left. Kendrick, and they're going to hand it to Connell. He's going to keep it up the middle, and there is no room at all. He's going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. So we're going to call that no gain at all.
And number 32, Brooks Williams. That'll be 4th down and 13.
4th down and long for the Wardogs. They have just not been able to find any kind of offense in it so far tonight.
Ran it up the middle 3 times and gained 0 yards.
And there one time, we had one busted play in there. They barely got the snap off. And
number 6, Kevin Fairman, to kick it away from Miami.
Fairman to kick. And they're going to have a penalty. It's probably going to be running into the kicker. I don't think it's going to be roughing the kicker. So the Wardogs will probably have an option to kick that again. Because at this level, it sometimes could be a 5, can be a 15. Your punter needs to fall down right there, and they run into him. He needs to fall down.
I think he did.
Running into the kicker, 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's the right call right there. That's just a 5-yard penalty. So the Wardogs will probably want to kick this one over. He didn't get a lot on that one.
The Wardogs will line up to punt it away. Number 14, Josh Ham, back deep to receive for Elkins.
All right, Fairman's going to kick it again after the 5-yard penalty. And they snap it over his head. And he's going to be tackled in the end zone. That's going to be another safety.
Snap goes over Fairman's head. He'll go down in the end zone.
All right, he had no chance on that one. The ball just sailed over his head, and so that's going to push the score to 18-0 as the Elks pick up their second safety of the night, and the Wardogs will be forced to kick it back to them, and once again from the 20-yard line. 3:49 left in the halftime, and Elkins will be getting good field position here. And also, they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So this one's starting to get away from the Wardogs just a little bit. The Wardogs, like we said, unofficially just been able to pick up one first down so far tonight. That came on a 10-yard run from Eli Lewis on the first run of their second possession. Other than that, not a lot of positive plays for the Wardogs, unfortunately, so far on offense. And you got to, a lot of that is because of, your opponent you're playing. You're playing a really good team, really good defensive team. They put a lot of pressure on you. This is a Wardog team that was having to rebuild, a lot of their offensive and defensive line. Really so far, the defense has done pretty good. They've, kind of hanging in there.
After the safety, Miami will line up to free kick it back to the Elks.
This Elkins football team is one of the, or if not the best football team the Miami Wardogs will face this year.
You'd have to think so. When you look at the Wardogs schedule, we'll talk about that a little bit at halftime. But, last year the Wardogs just lost 2 games. One was to Elkins, one was to Wagner. And you got to probably think coming in that's probably going to be, those are going to be the 2 toughest teams we play. Wagner's picked by most people to win the district again. Just of course that's just people's opinion, but you look at our district, they kind of pick it to be.
Number 81, Ryland Stewart.
Most people pick Wagner to win it.
For the Wardogs. Also back deep for the Elks. Number
followed
15,
by Cushing, Fort Gibson, Grove, then Miami. That's kind of how most people have picked our district. So Wagner once again. Now this time we're going to kick it off. That's going to go to number 81, and it's going to go out of bounds. Wardogs kick it out of bounds, so it's going to be another penalty against them.
Dead ball. Ball start. 55 wide on the kickoff. We'll back them up 5 yards to re-kick.
So they'll be now kicking from the 15-yard line. That was number 81, Ryland Stewart, kicking off, and he did not keep it in bounds. So you're going to have to kick it one more time. This time from the 15. So the Elkins receivers are standing at their own 40. Like we said, Wardogs play in Class 4A, District 3. Kind of the preseason predictions is that Wagner will win the district, which is not a surprise. Wagner, perennial power, new coaching staff this year in Wagner. As Wagner coaches, many of them have moved over to take the Muskogee job. Dale Condit, also a couple of former Miami Wardog coaches. Rob Gilstrap and Travis Bryant both go with him over to Muskogee. Elkins takes it at the 40, then across the 50, down to the 45. Still running around. No whistle on the play. Not sure what happened right there. The Wardogs stopped. Now we're going to have a penalty.
Number 14, Josh Ham will take it all the way down to the Miami.
I think the Wardogs thought he went out of bounds.
There's a flag on the play.
I thought he was down for sure down there.
Of course, we're in the bleachers on the small side, and I thought he was down and went out of bounds, and it looked like the Wardogs all stopped. Then all of a sudden, here he came back our side of the field. Now we have a penalty on the field. Possibly could be a word. Nope, we're going to have. We're going to have
receiving team, 10 yards from you to the run.
All right. So about the place that we thought he went down, that's where we're going to move the ball to. They're going to call a block in the back against the Elks. So that's going to back the ball up to the Wardog. Let's call it the 46-yard line. 3:27 left till halftime. Elkins leading here 18-0 over the Wardogs. This is officially for Oklahoma 0 week. You have a handful of teams playing. If you play 0 week, you'll have a week off somewhere in your season. And for the Wardogs, it'll be week 4. They'll play 3 non-district games. It'll be week 3 right before they head into district play. All right, Napier back, and Wardogs do not keep containment. And he's going to take off running. He's going to slide down across the 40, down to about the 36-yard line right there. So Wardogs just rush 3 and don't do a good job keeping outside containment. We're going to give Napier 8 on first down. Let's call it second down and 2 on the scramble. Wardogs are the defense looking tired right now as they've been chasing him all over the field. I'll throw a little quick pass out in the flat. It is caught, and it's going to go up to about the 35-yard line. It's going to move the chains. It's going to be first down at the Miami 35. 2:54 left till halftime. Kendrick Cook on the tackle. Elkins quickly to the line of scrimmage. All right. Quarterback drops back under pressure. Going to throw it deep. He's got a guy wide open in the end zone, and it is caught. That's number 5. And that's going to be a 35-yard touchdown pass with 2:34 left in the halftime as he got behind the Wardog safety, and Napier dropped that one right in his lap. And that pushes the score to 24-0 for the Elks. On to kick the extra point.
Elks will line up
to try to push it to 25-0. There's the hold, the snap, the kick gets up, and it is right down the middle. 2:34 left till halftime. Elks lead this one 25-0.
Miami 0.
Score from Major League Baseball on the bottom of the 8th. Cardinals and the Reds are tied at 5. A couple of scores from last night as a couple teams decided to get things kicked off on a Thursday night. Oologah, which the Wardogs will play later this season as in district play, they played the Veneta Hornets, which the Wardogs will play in 2 weeks. And Oologah with a big win over the Hornets last night, 52-19, as Oologah goes to 1-0 and Veneta falls to 0-1 on the season.
Back to return again for the Wardogs is Byron Harrison and number 13, Kendrick Cook.
Said that too many times so far tonight here, Jack. Back deep to return for the Wardogs. Another local score from last night as Ketchum picked up first win of the season over Liberty, 40-7. Harrison and Cook back, and the kick comes, and it's going to go to Cook's going to let it go, and it's going to go in the end zone. So the Wardogs will take over at the 20-yard line, 2:34. Wardogs need to get a little bit, need to get some offense going here and not turn this ball back over to Elkins before halftime. Elkins will get the kick as to open the second half as the Wardogs got the opening kickoff. Not a real big stadium here in Elkins. Elkins really is not that big a town. I'd never been here. As we drove into town, the little sign said about 3,600 people live here. They are a Class 4A school. Their stands are pretty full across the way. All right. Connell back in to quarterback for the Wardogs. He's going to try to run over the right side, and he's going to get about a yard, up to about the 21-yard line. Going to bring up second down and 9.
For 14, Hayden Connell runs the ball up the middle. It'll be met right at the line of scrimmage by number 10, S.R. Williams.
Elks defense has done a good job tonight bottling up this Wardog offense. Connell still quarterbacking. Him and Blaze Riley have both seen action here tonight. Eli Lewis in the backfield with Connell. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to hand the ball up inside. Wardogs keep trying to bounce it outside, and not a lot out there. Eli Lewis on the carry, tried to bounce it outside, and he's going to be brought down for a loss.
Loss of 4 on the play. It'll be third down and 14.
Yeah, I'm almost pretty certain that those plays are designed to go up between the tackles. And when you try to bounce outside, there's just not a lot of running room out there, as we've seen several times. The Wardogs try to work their way out and have not had a lot of success so far against this tough Elks defense. Elks take a timeout with 1:36 left. Tell the Wardogs are trying to use as much clock as possible as they let that let the play clock get down to almost 0 before snapping the ball. So they didn't want to give this ball back to the Elks before half. Elkins leading 25-0 here. Wardogs will be at home next week on Friday night as they will host NOAA, which stands for Northeast Oklahoma Association of Homeschools. Wardogs played NOAA last year. You really sometimes don't know what you get with a homeschool association, but NOAA's been around for a long time, and they have fielded, really for the most part, some pretty good football teams through the years. They usually compete with a little bit smaller class. Wardogs defeated them last year 50-13, so you really don't know what you're going to get. Hayden Connell throws it over the middle, and it's going to be picked off. That's going to be a pick 6 for the Elks. As he was hit about the time he threw it, and it floated over the middle. And that is number 10 picks it off for the Elks, and he goes in untouched to make it, to push the score to 31-0. So just unfortunate, just nothing has gone right so far for the Wardogs on the offensive side of the ball so far tonight. Have an Elks player down about the 8-yard line, so we're going to they're tending to him right now. And like I said, the pick 6 is going to make it 31-0 with 1:34 left till half. This Elks team just puts so much pressure on you, on both sides of the ball. This is a team, like we said, last year lost in the state finals, the year before lost in the semis. Only lost 2 games in the last 2 years. It's number 6 being helped off the field. That's their running back, who is a small little scat back, quick, not real big. He gets lost behind those big linemen and has some big runs so far tonight against the Wardogs. And they're helping him off. And it looks like he's going to be all right. And Elkins will be on to kick the extra point to try to push this to 32-0 over the Wardogs. We're right before half, 1:34. So it's been a tough first half of football so far for the Wardogs. The defense has, tried to hang in, but they have just not had any help from the offensive side of the ball so far tonight.
We have a 5-yard sideline warning. Miami. Penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
All right, now we're going to have another penalty against the Wardog coaching staff. This is their second sideline warning. You can't get out on the field. They already have been warned once, and now they've been flagged again, and so that will Elkins will kick off from the 45 instead of the 40. There's the extra point. It's up, and it actually hits the crossbar and then bounces over to push the score 32-0. Some scores around the state. Bishop McGinnis, number 5, leading Deer Creek 13-7 in the second quarter. NOAA, which the Wardogs will play next week, they are playing number 1 Rejoice Christian. That's a smaller class. I'll check for you what that class is, but Rejoice leading NOAA. Like I said, Rejoice is ranked number 1. They are leading NOAA at this time 40-0. Not a lot of scores with local interests. It's like Welch is leading Cornerstone Christian 16-6 at the half. I know Blue Jacket was playing tonight. And looking through some scores here, not everyone is playing tonight. Fort Gibson, which Wardogs will see, I believe, in week 10. And they are at Glenpool 14-14 at the half.
Elkins setting up to kick at the 45 after the sideline penalty.
Yeah, second sideline warning, or second penalty against the Miami sidelines. And you get one warning. After that, they back you up. Adair leading Jay 20-14. So this one's going to sail way over Cook's head. And Wardogs will only have 1:34 left till the halftime. We'll see what the Wardogs want to do right here. They are out of timeouts. They had to use most of their timeouts early. By the early in the second quarter, they were out of timeouts. So, you don't want to do anything just crazy right here and give a turnover and force, anything. and give the ball back to this talented Elks team here. 134 left till half, and Elkins leading here 32-0. It's like Blaze Riley back out to quarterback for the Wardogs. Looks like they've been rotating 2 possessions, and then Riley went 2, and then Connell 2, and now Riley back out. Going to hand the ball up inside, and he is hit hard.
Number 5.
That is number 5, Garfield coming up, and he is just blasted by their middle linebacker. He is knocked backwards. No gain on the play at all. Going to bring up second down and 10. 1:14, clock running till halftime. Wardogs on the short end of a 32-0 deficit here. Blaze Riley going to keep it. He's going to try to go around the outside, and he's going to break a tackle, but he's going to stay in bounds. He's going to fight and get maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
Number 7, Blaze Riley runs
Pick up
around
maybe
the right
about a
side,
yard.
down by a host of
Should bring up
Elks.
third down. Let's call it 9 for the Wardogs. Wardogs going to have to run one more play. Elkins does have 2 timeouts left, but they're not going to take one. Looks like they're going to be content to go to halftime with a big lead right here. So Wardogs will run one more play, and then I would say that'll probably be it until halftime. Wardogs getting lined up. They're moving Trevor Henry to the other side. He split out with Harrison. Kendrick all the cook by himself. Riley drops back.
Taking a
throw
shot.
it deep. They're going to throw it to Harrison, and it is going to be intercepted. One thing you did not want to do is put that one up. Harrison's going to chase him down from behind, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 20. But that's going to bring the first half to an end.
Pass will be picked off
And
by number 20, Dominic Morgan, who will take it all
the
the way
Wardogs
down.
dodge a bullet right there. Good
the
job right there by
17-yard
Harrison
line.
as he turns and chases him down from behind. And that'll take us to halftime. We're going to take a quick break right here. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes, and we'll talk about the upcoming season and look at the schedule and some scores from around the state. This is Jim Paxson along with Jack Hutsmith, and you're watching Wardog TV.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the award-winning Elkins varsity cheer team. The Elkins varsity cheer team attended NCA camp at Fayetteville High School over the summer where they won technical excellence in stunts, 2 spirit sticks, first place in the varsity jam performance, and an overall superior rating. There are 10 cheerleaders that were nominated to try out for All-American, and 6 cheerleaders were selected for the All-American team. Elkins Cheer would like to invite you all to come out and cheer us on as we compete this season. Junior Hattie Bradshaw. Junior Savannah Combs. Senior All-American nominee Gracie Corsi. Senior Mallory Harris. Sophomore Alexa Hadabaugh. Sophomore All-American Lydia Loomis. Sophomore All-American Kayla Parsons. Sophomore All-American Elizabeth Ronak. Sophomore All-American Tabitha Ronak. Senior Captain All-American Allie Shue. Senior Captain All-American nominee Emma Shue. Sophomore All-American nominee London Schaffner. Sophomore All-American nominee Emma Schrader. And Senior All-American Sadie Travis. I'm all in. Yes! Okay, let's do this thing.
You gonna know my name. 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 Let's have one big round of applause for your Elkins cheer team. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the field your Elkins High School Marching Band. Tonight, the band will be performing a portion of their 2025 marching show, Shockwave, featuring the music of Randall Standridge. This performance is under the field direction of Senior Drum Major Chris Zoller, and the band is directed by Chase Bowman. Once again, your Elkins High School Marching Band.
Let's have one more big round of applause for your 2025-2026 Elkins Marching Band.
All right, welcome back to Elkins, Arkansas. We're at halftime for the Wardogs. So Wardogs taking on the fourth-ranked Elkins Elks here in Arkansas tonight in what's really officially 0 week for Oklahoma high school football. Wardogs knew they would have a tough one, and that has been the case right now as the Wardogs are on the short end of a 32-0 deficit here at Elkins. Elkins last year was undefeated and lost in the state championship game to Arkadelphia. The year before, Elkins was undefeated and lost in the semifinal game. So this is a team, Jack, that has a lot of tradition and a lot of expectations, and they've done right. And they've looked really good here tonight. And like I said, this is a team last year that Miami, one of the best teams they had in a number of years, and this is the Elkins team that beat us at home last year, 52-13. So don't overreact with this. You come in. I know this is what Coach Gardner wanted, or any of the fans or any of the players wanted, but this is game one against a really good team. And the Wardogs, let's be honest, the Wardogs are a team that is having to, fill a lot of holes from last year. They only returned 4 starters on both sides of the ball. A lot of their skill kids, a lot of the offensive line. So it's going to be a building process for the Wardogs. And, if you had to say, all right, what's the positives that we've seen here so far tonight, the defense at times has risen up and played pretty well. I know you say, well, they're down 32-0, but the Wardogs have given up a couple of safeties, and that means you punt and you give the Elkins great field position. 2 of the scores, they have a pick 6, and so you hate to say it, but half of those points right there, you almost kind of gotta, I won't say blame, but it's because of a little
lay
bit
them down on the offense.
A little bit of lack of offensive production. And I said, last year the Wardogs 8-2, lost to this team, lost to Wagner, which Wagner went all the way to the semifinals before they lost a game. And it just they're a good team here, and you just can't give them free gifts. And the Wardogs have really kind of done that tonight. But the defense have done some good things. It has been a struggle so far for the offense. They have not really been able to find anything to hang their hat on, running it or throwing it. Unfortunate this time. Unofficially, I think that the Wardogs right now just really have 1 first down. Wardogs are right now playing 2 quarterbacks. Hayden Connell started the game. He played 2 possessions, and Blaze Riley played 2. And then Hayden played 2. Then Blaze came in and played the last possession before half. And so we'll see who comes out, if it's going to be Blaze for 1 more possession. And, this is, guys that have, their first year start, at the quarterback position. Every one of the last 2 years, we've had Sam Lillard, and then, Sam did a good job, but he also had a massive offensive line that was really solid and did a good job protecting him and opened, running holes for the Wardogs. And, you look back last year, when we had, we had Sumapong, and we had Lillard, and we had Chris Kelly and David Homer and Hayden Miller, and we didn't have the offense against these guys either last year.
Nope.
So don't overreact here. It's early in the season. I said this is week 0 for the Wardogs, and in Oklahoma you can play what's week 0. The official week 1 isn't until next week. What that does, Jack, it gives you a week off in the regular season. And for the Wardogs, they're going to play 0 week here. Next week, which is officially week 1, they're going to host NOAA, which is the Northeast Oklahoma Association of Homeschools. NOAA tonight they opened up on week 0 as well, and NOAA was playing against, if I can find it here, I tried to look at some of the They are playing against Class A Division I, number 1 team, Rejoice Christian. And that's really probably Class A. Class 2 is what Noah kind of fits into. Wardogs just needed games, and Noah needed a game. That's why we agreed to play. Wardogs played him last year. I think we beat them. We beat them pretty handily last year. Looking back at last year's scores. But the Northeast Oklahoma Association Homeschool have been around for a long time. We beat them last year, 50-13. But they put together some good teams, and they run competitive athletic programs. So, but anyway, what I was saying is next week, which is officially week 1, the Wardogs will be at Robertson Field, and they'll be taking on the Noah. I don't remember what their mascot is. And then week 2, the Wardogs will be hosting the Bonita Hornets. Bonita played last night. They got beat by Oologah, 52-19, and Bonita is picked 7th out of their district. So not a lot of optimism in Bonita right now. I think they have a new coaching staff, and they're trying to get that program back on, solid footing. So the Wardogs show up next 2 weeks, we could be going into district play easily 2-1. But it will be week 3, which will be September 19th. The Wardogs will have a week off. And then the Wardogs will start district play. If we look down the Wardogs season this year, the Wardogs schedule. You pull it up here, and let's kind of talk about the Wardogs schedule. I said we're here week 0 at Elkins. Next week we're at home against Noah. The following week, September 12th, we're at home against the Bonita Hornets. September 19th, the Wardogs are off. It's a bye week. September 26th. The Wardogs will travel to longtime rivals Oologah. Last year, the Wardogs defeated Oologah 14-9. The coaches, the preseason poll for district picks, and I know it's a poll and it doesn't mean that much, but the Wardogs are picked 5th coming in. Oologah is picked 7th. So you got to figure that's a game that the Wardogs have a chance to win. The Wardogs didn't come back home the next week against Wagner. That's going to be a tough one. Wagner's for the first time in a couple of years is not ranked number 1. They are a top 5 team. Most people in Class 4A have Elgin ranked number 1. Elgin is defending state champion. If it's not Elgin, it's Tuttle, coached by former Miami assistant Brad Ballard. That's who Elgin beat in the finals last year was Tuttle, and so those 2 teams return a lot of talent.
Again, Wagner and Elkins are the only teams the Wardogs lost to last year.
Yeah, and so I said, well, and the Wardogs knew traveling down here, this would be a tough game, and it has been. Right now we're a little inexperienced on both sides of the ball, and it showed a little bit. But you get better. That's why you practice. That's why you play games. You get better. This isn't playoff week. This is week 0, and the Wardogs will get better and better as we go along. So after Wagner, the Wardogs will be on the road October 10th at Skytook, followed by a Thursday game, October 16th, against our hated rival, the Grove Ridge Runners. Wardogs had a big win last year at Grove, 31-28. First time we'd beaten the Ridge Runners in a few years. The Wardogs then will be on the road for the final time on October 24th at Cushing. Cushing is picked 2nd in the district. Then the Wardogs will finish up 2 games at home on Halloween night against Catoosa. So everybody planned to come out on Halloween night and plan to bring me and Jack some candy that night. And we'll be dressed up as announcers. And then November the 7th, the Wardogs will finish up the regular season hosting Fort Gibson. So that's a little bit of a look at the Wardogs schedule. And I'll be honest with you, the Wardogs district is not quite as tough as it was maybe a few years back. It hasn't been that long ago that our district had 3 of the 4 teams in the semifinals. I mean, you had 3 years in a row that it was Oologah and Wagner playing for the championship. Wagner wins all 3. You had a few years in there that Catoosa was a semifinal team. We had Cassia Hall in our district a few years. They were a semifinal team. I think the district is good, but not as good as it once was. And so this is a schedule that the Wardogs. There's some wins out there. Wardogs just gotta keep their heads up and just keep battling. And the defense has battled tonight. All of them have. They've just not been able to get anything going, offensively. And this is a kind of a little bit of inexperienced team right here, and the more experience they get, the more comfortable they'll be playing, and the game slows down for you. And I'm sure the Wardogs are going to be fine. So, like I said, next week we'll be at home. Come out, Lima, Robertson Field, 7:30 kickoff. Or I guess 7 o'clock kickoff. I guess everything's 7 o'clock now, isn't it?
Yep.
Jack, when I was in high school, we used to kick off at 8 o'clock. I mean, it'd be dark at 8 o'clock. And, the way teams throw it now and games that last so long, if you start at 8 o'clock, you might not be done till midnight.
Yeah.
But everything starts at 7 now. And Wardogs at home the next 2 weeks, followed by a bye week. So Wardogs out, loosening up, and we're about a minute away from second half action underway here. Once again, we want to thank our student production team for all they do for Wardog TV. Once again, Wardog TV is the official home of all Miami Wardog for sports, performances, and special event broadcast. Our goal is to create an environment for students to gain real-world experience in production and content creation. As a result, we will do our best to provide high-quality broadcast and video content to Wardogs around the world. Our student director tonight is Kiara Richards. Kiara's been with us for several years, working as part of Wardog TV. Also working tonight as part of our production crew is Sage Trussler, Perla Gonzalez, Kaylin Lewis, and Ella Shelton. So thank you to all those young ladies for giving up a Friday night, traveling all the way down here to Elkins, Arkansas to make sure this presentation goes out over the airways, by the internet. We say it every year, and I want to thank Wardog TV for letting me be a part of this. I'm just an old coach, and it's just my honor to show up on Friday nights. And I was thinking, I'm not sure how many years I've got to do this, several now, that get to show up and just call these games. So all I do is show up here and put a headset on, and I get to talk about football, which is something I love to do. But thanks to these students, and a special thanks to the Miami Director of Communications, Mr. David Frazier. He's the executive producer of all Wardog TV events. And they're here early and getting all the equipment and all the cameras and everything set up. And it is quite an undertaking. As we've got a sideline camera, we've got in the stadiums, we've got and sometimes you get here and you don't have great internet connection and so on. So special thanks to Mr. Frazier and all of our students for putting all this together. For all of you who are at home tonight watching or wherever you are out in Wardog Nation, thank you for joining us tonight for opening game for the Wardogs. And even though we're down on this one, it's going to be a good year for the Wardogs. Just stay with these boys. They're going to continue to work, continue to get better. And we are ready for action here in the third quarter. Wardogs will be kicking off to the Elks. Unfortunately, the Wardogs have kicked off twice. Two of those, Jack, of course, have been after a safety, after a punt that the Elks were able to down inside the 1 yard line. Wardogs weren't able to get out on first down, and then Wardogs snapped a punt over Fairman's head, giving him another safety. So then a pick six. So 32-0. It's is not where we wanted to be. But the defense has really done some good things tonight, and this is the Elks offense that puts a lot of pressure on you. So all right, Jack, we're ready here for kickoff. Number 81, that is Ryland Stewart, and he'll be kicking off. He's a junior, and he'll be kicking off for the Wardogs as we get underway. Action here in the third quarter here in Elkins, Arkansas. Stewart lines it up. It is a high, deep onside kick, and it's fumbled, but goes out of bounds, so the Elks will retain possession.
Wardogs kick.
Good kick. That's a good kick right there by Ryland Stewart.
And then go out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. The Elks will take over there, 1st and 10.
A score that maybe doesn't mean that much to anyone but me. But the Seneca Indians lead Cassville 27-14. As many of you know, I taught and coached for the Wardogs for 25 years, and I now retire and sneak over to Seneca and do a little teaching and coaching for them. So the Indians are off to a good start. All right, we're ready for action here in the third quarter. Elkins takes the ball. Napier drops back. He's going to throw it out. It's going to be incomplete, and we're going to have a penalty in the backfield. It's either going to be a holding or a late hit. I think we might have a hold. Probably going to have a holding against the Elks because the quarterback standing up, but that's exactly what we have.
Hopefully the Wardogs defensive line can capitalize on this penalty and keep them from getting across the 50.
The Wardog defense has really battled tonight here. I mean, they really have. And this Elks offense, like we've talked about, they put so much. They run no press. I mean, they run no huddle. They finish a play. They're immediate to the line of scrimmage. I tell you what, Jack, what I want you to do when this play ends, look and see how quick they get to the line of scrimmage and see how much time runs off the time clock after this play here. So, of course, this one here, they're going to, this is after a penalty. So, going to bring up 1st and 20 for the Elks. Napier back, under pressure, rolling out. Barnes chased him around the right side, and he's going to run out of bounds.
Napier scrambles around the right side. He'll take the ball up.
And he goes out of bounds. They set the play clock at 40.
He's 2nd down at 18.
It's like they're not in quite as big a hurry as they were earlier. Maybe they have because they have a 32-point lead. They're taking a little bit. They're playing a little bit slower. Looks like right here. That's like I said, probably because they have such a big lead. But I bet the first half they'd run a play. They'd have the next play called about 5 or 6 seconds left. And the ball up inside, and he finds a gap, and he's brought down there. However, good job right there, Eli Lewis, number 8. We've called his name a number of times, and he does a good job on the tackle right there. And pick up about 7 from the running back. That's number 6. That's he was helped off the field earlier, so glad to see he's okay back out there. Going to bring up 3rd down. Let's call it 13 for Elkins. Ball up there on 27. They've got to get it out to the Wardog 40.
Empty set for the Elks.
Napier drops back, under pressure. Barnes chasing him. Still moving around. They're going to throw it. And this was going to be almost picked off. Right there, that is number 12. That's Trevor Henry on the reception. And the receiver turned into the defender right there. If he doesn't jump up and knock that ball away, that's going to be an interception for Trevor Henry right there. So, and so it's going to bring up 4th down for the Elks. And another punting situation here. They have punted 3 or 4 times. Jack, I remember back last year, they didn't punt at all.
Nope.
I don't remember them punting at all. And this is at least the 3rd or 4th time they punted. And so, kudos here to the Wardog defense. Kind of a running rugby kick, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the 43, 44-yard line. So good job by the Wardog defense. They come out and bow their necks a little bit. And the Wardog offense will take over. We'll see who comes out the quarterback this possession for Miami. And it's going to be Connell. So quarterback play tonight's been split between Blaze Riley and Hayden Connell. Wardogs will take over with what is definitely their best field position of the night. Ball is at their own 47. I'm not sure if the Wardogs have been into Elk territory yet, but this is the opportunity they could. Wardogs is going to come out a little bit of a different look. They're going to come out with 2 backs in the backfield. That is Fairman and Garfield, I believe. They're going to hand to Eli Lewis, and he just runs into a wall. Wardogs not good at any movement. And the Wardogs running behind, the couple of guys that are back from last year. That's Barley and Sander. But right now, they're not, the Wardogs just not getting any movement up front. Wardogs across the offensive line, and they had to replace a lot of men, a lot of guys from up there. But across the offensive line, the tackles are Josiah Barley and Zayden Clark. The guards are Carter Sander and Gage Horn, and the center is Blake Frazier. So they've had their hands full with this aggressive Elk defensive line. 2nd down, let's call it 10. 2 backs in the backfield again for Hayden Connell. No room at all. That's going to be Garfield on the carry. And he's going to try to come around the right side, and he's going to be right at the line of scrimmage. Fairman's going to come in and replace Garfield in the backfield. All right, 3rd and 10. All right, Hardcastle has the tight end. 2 backs in the backfield with Hayden Connell. They're going to keep, Connell's going to keep it around the left side. He's going to fire it up. I was going to pick up a couple up to about the 49. Going to bring up fourth down. Fourth and 9. Just going to give him one on the play.
Pick up of 1 on the play. It'll be 4th down and 9 for the Wardogs from their own 49-yard line.
Wardogs going to leave the offense out there. They don't have anything to lose right now. Jack, and I know it's tough going, but I don't mind the calls at all. You've got to establish the run. That's what the Wardogs do best. You know, they have an inexperienced quarterback, in the backfield, but until you get the run game going, it's going to be tough. The Wardogs are trying to do that. All right, 4th down and 9 for the Wardogs. Ball at their own 49. One back in the backfield now. That is Garfield with Connell. And he's going to kick it. That's just a quick kick right there. It's going to land, hit about the 20. He's going to bounce. He's going to pick it up. Oh, he runs past the Wardog defenders. And he's going to be caught from behind right there. Good job by Byron Harrison. As Harrison comes sprinting up from way behind to make the tackle on the special team. So good job right there by Byron Harrison. Harrison probably the speediest guy on the team. He's part of the relay teams that qualify for the state track tournament last year, and Byron last year state runner-up in the long jump, so he is definitely athletic. You see him flying up there to make that tackle because the ball bounced and the Wardog defenders really kind of outran the ball, and the Elks, return guy smartly, he picked it up and ran with it, and it was like, I was afraid he was going to go a long ways, and Harrison catches him from behind. So 8 minutes left in the third quarter. Elks take over. 1st and 10, ball at their own. Let's call it the 28-yard line. All right, 1st and 10 for the Elks. 2 receivers either side of Napier. They hand the ball up inside the number 6. He splits the defense. He's going to go from the 28 all the way up to about the 40. And that's a pickup of about 12 on the play. Fairman in on the tackle, but a big play on 1st down for the Elks. First and 10 out to their own 40. 7:40 left in the third quarter. Elks leading this one 32-0. All right, Napier gets it. Play fake, drops back, throws it. He's got a guy deep and not able to connect right there. Kendrick Cook on the coverage for the Wardogs as that ball goes out of bounds. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Elks. It's a good play fake right there by Napier. Had receiver. Had a couple of steps on Cook, but not able to connect that one. You see, Jack, they're still going no huddle, but they're not running a hurry-up offense at this time. They're taking their time calling the plays. Hands the ball to number 6. He's going to go around the right side, and we're going to have a flag on the play. And now we're going to have a late hit by Red Howe, and we're going to have some pushing and some shoving over there. So Wardogs are going to be their own worst enemy on that one. That was going to be a holding call against the Elks, and so they're going to mark off the holding call, and then Red Howe's going to be called for a personal foul, late hit out of bounds, and so instead of now facing, 2nd down, and because it was about 5 yards deep, about 25, it's probably going to be a 1st and 10 for the Elks. Final from Major League Baseball, the Cardinals defeat the Reds 7-5 in extra innings.
Late hit out of bounds on the defense. Offset, replay the
those penalties are just going to offset. So they're going to replay that down. So we're lucky right there. If they would have called that against Howe as a dead ball penalty, they would have marked off the one against the Elks and then marked off against the Wardogs, and that would have been a break. But they're going to say they offset. They're going to replay it again. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 again for Elks. All right. And the ball up inside. That's number 13. That's Fairman on the tackle. Coming up, number 5.
Number 13, Hunter Smith, runs it up the middle.
Garfield in on the tackle as well, as is number 59, Gage Horn. All right. So like I said, the Wardog defense is playing tough. They've, knocked down some passes, and they've battled in there. Number 51 coming in, that is Blaise Rollins. He's a junior, going to play defensive line. All right, 3rd down and 7 for the Elks. Napier gets it, rolling out, under pressure. Oh, he's going to be brought down. Great play right there by Lawson. He is tackled all the way back at the 27-yard line.
That is almost a 15-yard tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's 16 yards. I think it's a 16-yard loss right there. We're going to have a flag. My question is it going to be against the Wardog coaches for being on the field again? Nope, it's going to be holding on the offense. So Coach Gardner will decline that one, and Elks will be forced to punt yet again. So
that was an amazing tackle by Trent Lawson.
That's right. Lawson coming back. Saw a lot of action last year as a Wardog linebacker back in this year. And the Elks will be forced to punt again. So even though the score is not where we wanted, you have to say, what's been going right for the Wardogs so far? That's their defense has done a good job. This is an Elks team that has good skill guys. They're good up front. They throw it well, catch it well. Good skill in the backfield. The Wardogs are hanging in there with them on the defensive side of the field. Snap the ball. He runs to his right and kicks a low line drive. This time, Trevor Henry does pick it up. And he's gonna return it. And a little bit of excitement there by the Wardogs. Trevor Henry showing a little excitement right there, showing a little fight. That's what we like to see. Oh, don't play to the scoreboard. Just keep fighting and just keep battling. What you want to see out of your Wardogs. All right, Blaise Riley coming in to quarterback this series for the Wardogs. We're about halfway through the 3rd quarter. No score since the 2nd half. He's going to actually be marked out of bounds a little bit further back than I thought. But still, we're going to call it the 39. All right, Riley comes on to quarterback this series for Miami. All right, we're going to have Harrison and Henry split to the right. Kendrick Cook split to the left. One back in the backfield with Riley. There's the snap. Going to hand the ball up inside. And that is Lewis, and he is hit in the backfield. There is no running room at all. That's going to be a loss of about a yard. I don't think we've completed a pass. Yeah, we haven't thrown it a whole bunch. We've thrown it deep a couple times, maybe in like one screen, but I don't think the Wardogs have yet to complete a pass. We're going to call it now 2nd down and 12. The ball goes back to from the 39 to the 37. 2-yard loss on 1st down. We're always going to have to hurry to get this one off. Taking a lot of time getting the plays in. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Barely get it off. Riley gets it, drops back. Go throw it over the middle. Throws it too high. He had Henry open over the middle, and Riley not able to connect with him there. Not a bad throw, just a little high. All right, we'll bring up 3rd down and 12 for the Wardogs. 3rd down and 12, ball at their own 37. You know what I think right here, Jack? You don't have to pick up 12 yards. Just pick up half of it. Let's go for it. No, you're down. You're down 32-0. You got nothing to lose right here. You're definitely gonna. I would think you're going to go for it here. I would think on 4th down, unless you just get a really negative play or something right here. So let's pick up half of it right here. All right. 3rd down and 12. Riley in the quarterback gets it, drops back. He is under pressure, running for his life. Runs around the left side, and he's going to be brought down from behind. He's going to
make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Almost. I think the Wardogs, he's going to lose about 3. And so they're going to have to punt it. Wardog offense still struggling so far here tonight. Scores of local interest. 3rd quarter score, Welch leading Cornerstone Christian. I'm not sure where they're out of, but 24-6. Welch is picked in Another bat snap over Fairman's head. He's going to run back, still on his feet, and he's going to fight his way back up to about the 15. That's the second snap on special teams that's gone over the Fairman's head, and that's going to give the Elks, excellent field position inside the Wardog 20. So, of the, 3 of the touchdowns, not that you're blaming, but really kind of results of offensive miscues or, lack of execution here by the offense somewhat. As we've given up a couple of safeties and a pick 6. And Elkins will now take over with 4 minutes, 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Ball at the Wardog 15, already in the red zone. All right, Napier still in at quarterback for the Elks. Wardogs don't have enough defenders on the field. They're missing Trevor Henry. No corner on the field, so Wardogs have to use another timeout to get the defenders out there.
That is not the reason you want to use a timeout.
No, not when you not have everybody on the field. Colcord leading Oklahoma Union in the third quarter, 26-6. Try to see if there's other schools of local interest or future Wardog opponents. Fort Gibson, third quarter score over Glenpool, 21-14. That football game is taking place at Glenpool. An old Wardog opponent here. 4A number 5 Salisaw trails 5A number 7 Pryor, 31-22. Pryor built I won't say new stadium, but all new stands and new turf and everything at Pryor. They're excited opening it tonight. Little Kansas over Westville, 26-6 in the third quarter. All right. First and 10 here for the Elks. Ball at the Wardog 15, 4:32 left in the third quarter. Elks leading this one 32-0. Napier gets it, play action, drops back, throws it, and it is Hayden Connell on the coverage. Good job right there by the secondary as he was with him step by step, and the pass goes incomplete. Going to bring up second down and 10 for Elkins. All right, Cardinals beat the Reds tonight, 7-5, but I think it's a little too late, and the Cardinals are not going to make a run at the playoffs. All right, Elkins gets it, throws it out to the flat. It's caught. He's brought down quickly. Good job right there by the Wardog defense. That is Fairman on the tackle. Nope, excuse me. 15, Barnett, that's number 15. Cody Barnett on the tackle. Comes up and makes a solo tackle on a completion right there. It's going to bring up third down. Let's call it 8 for Elkins. All right. Draw play up inside. And he's going to go the distance untouched. That's number 13 for the Elks as they run sprint draw. And he goes untouched 13 yards for the touchdown. And that pushes the score to 38-0. Elks over Miami.
'82 lines up for the extra point.
He's been perfect so far tonight, trying to push that score to 39-0. Third quarter score, Rejoice over Wardog's opponent for next week, Noah, 41-13 in the third quarter.
With 3:46 remaining in the third quarter, our score.
All right, 3:46 left in the third quarter. Elkins pushes their lead to 39-0 over the Wardogs. Score from Missouri, Seneca now leading Cassville 33-21 late in the third quarter. So the Wardogs will be at home next week. Come out and see some good high school football action. The Wardogs will host the Northeast Oklahoma Association of Homeschools. Wardogs will be at home the next 2 games. Following week, Wardogs will host the Hornets of Veneta.
Deep
All right.
again to return the kick is Byron Harrison and Kendrick Cook.
All right, Cook and Harrison deep again for the Wardogs. Most of his kicks have gone into the end zone. I think Harrison returned one. Maybe their kicker will be getting tired. Kicked off so many times. 3:46 left in the third quarter. So Cook and Harrison back deep. There's the kick, and it's going to go toward Cook, and it's going to sail into the end zone.
He is not tired.
All right, Wardogs will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 20, down 39-0. Looks like Hayden Connell will be back out to quarterback the Wardogs this possession. Well, thank you everyone for joining in and watching us tonight on Wardog TV. We do not have access to any comments that you might have been making on, on YouTube. For us to give any shout-outs. We'll try to have that more set up a little bit next week as we have a home game. And like I said, we're out among the stands tonight and among the fans in the stands. All right, Connell gets it, drops it back. Under pressure, he's going to throw it over the middle. It's going to be caught by Trevor Henry. Wardogs' first completion of the night and really only second first down. That's a good job right there. That's a good job. That's a good pass, good catch. Good protection right there by the Wardogs front line as the Wardogs pick up what I have unofficially is only the second first down of the night. Good completion right there. That's a 16-yard pickup from Hayden Connell to Trevor Henry. And they hand the ball up inside. Number 5, he's try around the bunch, right around the left side.
Another first down for the Wardogs.
That's Garfield on the carry as he's going to cross the 40 from the 36 up to about the 41. That's pick up of almost 14 or 15. So back-to-back first downs for the Wardogs.
Wardogs going hurry-up offense now that they've got some rhythm.
All right. Wardogs get it. They're going to throw the ball out here. That's Trevor Henry. He's going to catch it behind the line of scrimmage, and he's actually going to lose about 4 yards. That's that's kind of a swing pass to your up back. You've got to throw that ball in front of him where he catches it. He's got to be able to catch it with his eyes upfield, and he actually had to catch this one behind him, and so it was a completion, but loss of 3, unfortunately. All right, so second down and 13. But still a completion. Ball goes back to the 44-yard line. 1:55 left in the third quarter. Wardogs come out now. Tight end right, trips left. And that one up inside to Fairman. And he's going to fight up across the 45 to about the 48-yard line. Pick up about 4. They're going to call it third down, and it's called a long 9. Fairman on the carry. Once again, you're down 39-0 here against a team that, against a better team. They're outmanned us a lot of positions, experienced team. You're in 2-down position. Let's pick up half of it right here. And keep this chains moving. Wardogs try to draw them off sides. Elkins, don't take the bait. Wardogs going to have to hurry to get this one off. Gets the ball back to Connell. He drops it back. He's going to throw it. He's got a guy over the middle who's going for Kendrick Cook and just overthrow him just a little bit. So bring up fourth down and 4th and 10 for the Wardogs. I think we're to the point now that Jack, now that the clock is going to run, regardless of even of an incomplete pass. I'm not sure what that magic number is, but I think we've got there. High school football, when the team is ahead by a certain amount, the clock will continue to run even on incomplete pass. But the only thing that'll stop it will actually be a timeout. All right, 4th and 10 for the Wardogs, and we're going to get a timeout right here. That is going to stop the clock with 13 seconds left in the third quarter. That's the Wardogs' first timeout. of the half. Wardogs have 2 remaining. So they got half of it. No, I started to say they almost got half of it there on the penalty. I thought he came across the line, but the official didn't see it that way. So still 4th and 10 for the Wardogs. Still think the Wardogs are still looking for their first snap in Elkins territory. I don't think they've snapped it on the other side of the 50. I might be incorrect. Early, I'm not sure.
I do not think they have.
I don't think they did either. They're 3 yards away from it here, but they're facing 4th and 10. This will probably be the last play of the third quarter. Wardogs trailing here 39-0 to 4th-ranked Elkins Elks. Wardogs the last time this situation got in a regular formation, then Connell he quick kicked. They snapped it to the quarterback and he quick kicked it. So let's see if the Wardogs going to do the same thing here. Nope, and we have a bad snap, and he just goes back and fall on it. One of those nights, if anything can go wrong for the Wardog offense, it seems like it will. So, snap issues tonight for the Wardogs on offense and on some special teams, and the Wardogs were right at the 50, looking to go across, and now Elks have it at the Wardog 35. 6 seconds left in the third quarter. Looks like the Elkins is going to make some substitutions. Number 12 is in at the quarterback position. Number 13 at the running back. 13 has had a couple of carries, but he's not their starter. Snap the ball. Number 12, he hands it to 13. He fights up the middle. Big, strong kid, and he's going to go from the 35 down to about the 27. They're going to pick up about 8 on the play. That's going to bring the third quarter to an end. Elkins leading the Wardogs here 39-0.
I believe number 12 is the quarterback that had faced us last year because I remember number 2 was injured.
And I can't remember. I did not get out last year's film and look at it, but I know last year their starter was hurt and they played a backup, and he looked like John Elway out there last year. And all right, fourth quarter underway here. Wardogs trailing 39-0 at Elkins, Arkansas. And I think probably this is a quarter that'll probably go pretty quick. I think the clock will probably run and not stop unless it is just a timeout. And I'm not really sure why you'd want to stop it right now. But been a tough night for the Wardog offense. Defense has had some positive and had some stops and forced several punts. They've been fighting with their back against the wall almost all night here. So, all right. So fourth quarter kicking off right here. Elkins with the ball at the Wardog 29. Quarterback takes it, go around the right side, and he is hit right there by number 15.
Runs it around the left side.
That
Cody
is
Barnett.
Cody Barnett and Gavin Fairman in on the tackle. Also Eli Lewis there. All right, pick up about 2 or 3 on the play. Going to bring up, let's call it third down and 3 for the Elks. Ball at the Wardog 27. A new running back in there for Elkins at this time. That is number 7. Quarterback gets it, rolls out. He's going to be, he comes out of it. Still on his feet, breaks a couple of tackles. And that is a play that the Wardogs have got to make. They have him, corralled 10, 15 yards deep, and you got to finish the play.
All that is a lack of fundamentals.
Out there, you got to finish that play. You have him, and kind of let up, and they're going to pick up first down. First and 10 for the Elks. Going to hand the ball to number 7 around the left side. He's going to cut up. He's going to be brought down. That is Eli Lewis on the solo tackle.
Runs it over the left side.
He's going to pick up about 3 or 4.
Lewis. Be a pickup of about 3 on the play. It'll be
Second down and 7 for the Elks. Ball at the Wardog 26-yard line. It's like almost wholesale substitution for Elkins at this point. Backup quarterback, receivers, running back, and line, I think, at this time. All right, quarterback keeps it up the middle. He's going to run over and through a number of Wardogs as we just don't tackle, and he goes 26 yards. And that one you don't really like right there, Jack, as the Wardogs there and just don't make the play. And had 2 or 3 had a shot at him and just don't wrap up, and he runs through the arm tackles. And that pushes the score to 45-0 with 9:40 left. Clock continue to run even during the extra point here. There's the kick, gets up and through the middle. That makes it 46-0. 9:22. The clock is running right here. Elkins big over Miami in the season opener for both teams. Like I said, Wardogs will be at home next week. Come out and watch the Wardogs. They look to pick up win number 1 against Northeast Oklahoma Association of Homeschools. And no offense to Noah, but they are not the same as the Elkins Elks. And this is the best team Wardogs will face all year long. I have no doubt. If not the best, one of the top 2. And their team, a lot of tradition and a lot of success, and doesn't look like they've really dropped off much at all. Both teams taking their time getting out on the field. The clock's just continuing to run. 8:32, 8:31. Harrison and Kendrick Cook back for the Wardogs. They will kick off to him yet again. That's like say, go field this kick and let's get us a run back. Because the ball's not been landed in the end zone. It's been landed about the 3 or 4. I'd like to see one of them go catch it and let's go get a run back and let's make something positive happen here. There's the kick. It's going to go to Cook and he's going to let it go. And that ball barely cracked the plane of the goal. Go catch that one and get us a return. All right, Wardogs back on offense now. Riley going to come out and quarterback this possession for Miami. So Wardogs at home next week. 7 o'clock kickoff against Noah. All right. Hand the ball up inside to Garfield. He fights across the 20, out across the 25, 26, 27-yard line. It's a good hard running there by Donnie Garfield. He's going to pick up about 7. He's going to bring up second down and 3 for the Wardogs. Actually give him 8. Call it second and 2. Garfield comes out. Eli Lewis comes back in.
Pick up about 8 on the play. It'll be second down and 2 for the Wardogs.
Second down and 2 for Miami. Ball at their own 28. Riley into quarterback for Miami. Him and Hayden Conlon really split about equal time. Good run right there by Riley. A good block by Byron Harrison out on the edge. Good job by the wideout blocking the corner as Riley picks up a first down. Good job right there by Blaze and good job block. Good downfield block by Byron Harrison. Wardogs pick up a first down. They move the ball out to the 35-yard line. All right. 6:15 left in the ball game. Riley hands it up inside. That is number 8. It's Eli Lewis still on his feet. Racing down the sidelines. Looks like I think the Elks thought they had him down, and he never touched the ground. The whistle never blew. So Lewis just kept on his feet. He kept running, and he goes all the way down inside Elks territory, all the way down to the 27-yard line. So
amazing effort by Eli Lewis on that play.
That's what you like to see. Keep fighting. Don't play to that scoreboard. Just keep fighting, keep battling. better
Gavin
things.
Fairman goes in at tailback.
All right, Fairman in after the good run by Lewis. All right. Blaze Riley keeps up the left side. Good job blocking by Harrison again. Riley still on his feet, down out inside the 10. Good job, good run there by Riley. Good job blocking downfield by the receivers. The Wardogs inside the 10. Going to bring it first and goal. Ball at the 8-yard line.
We'll take the ball down to the Elkins.
Don't see the quarterback put the outside backer on his back very often.
Yeah, that's a good job right there. Like I said, once again, good job downfield blocking by the wideout. That was Harrison on that play. Last two plays. Fairman in the backfield with Riley. He's going to hand the ball up inside to Fairman. He's going to cut. He's going to work his way, and he's into the end zone. So with 4:40 into the contest, Wardogs do get on the board. Wardogs go 80 yards right there, and a couple of big runs by Eli Lewis, a couple of good runs by Blaze Riley, and Fairman takes the final 8 yards. The Wardogs avoid the shutout, and that makes it 46-6 with 4:23 left in the contest. Wardogs on to attempt the extra point. That is going to be Ryland Stewart. Once again, the Wardogs having to find new players. Last year, Seth Davis, an outstanding job all year long for the Wardogs. Seth graduated. Now Ryland Stewart on to attempt the extra point. There's the snap to hold the kick. It is up, and it is right down the middle. Hayden Connell on the hold, and Ryland Stewart on the kick. Makes it 46-7. Wardogs avoid the shutout. So Wardogs show a little life there late in the game. Good run, a couple of good runs by Riley, a really good run by Eli Lewis. And Fairman finishes off. The Wardogs score. Wardogs going to be kicking off here. Clock still continuing to run, under 4 minutes. So we want to once again thank Miami Public Schools Director of Communication, Mr. David Frazier. He's the executive producer of all Wardog TV events. And once again, I want to mention our student production team. Our director tonight is Kiara Richards, and she is being assisted by Sage Tressler, Perla Gonzalez, Kaylin Lewis, and Ella Shelton. So thank you, ladies, for giving up your Friday night. You could be a lot of places, but you're here in Elkins, Arkansas, handling all the technical work, the scoreboard, the cameras, the big board down there with all the buttons. I'm not sure what all is down there, but making it possible for us to bring you this presentation of Wardog football. We'll be on the air next week at home. Come out and watch us. If you're around Miami, if you're around the world, be sure to tune in and watch Wardog TV. 46-7. Wardogs will open the season 0-1, and the Elks will move to 1-0.
Number 9, Taryn Wells.
Stewart teeing up the ball. And there's the kick, and it is a high, short kick. Oh! And he takes it about the 30-yard line, and he is lit up.
Rhett Howe on a big hit.
What a hit. That is definitely the hit of the night. Howe on the kickoff. That young man will learn next time there's a high, deep kick like that, you want to fair catch it. Because if not, the defender is getting there, and Howe lit him up. Under 2 minutes now. I said the clock is continuing to run right here, and Elks we're going to have a. We are going to have a timeout. I'm sure.
Miami, their last timeout.
Wardogs take a timeout with 1:11 left in the contest. All right. 1:15 left here. 46-7 is our score here tonight in Elkins. And the Wardogs knew it would be a tough one tonight, and it has been. some positives coming out of this. Wardogs continued to fight throughout this one. Was able to put a score on late. And the Wardog defense really didn't do a bad job at all tonight. This is a really good Elkins team. A lot of skill, a lot of talent. And so they gave up 46 points. Well, a lot of that came. They had a pick six and a couple of safeties against us where we gave them the ball. They started to drive. A lot of their drive started on their side of the 50. And so the Wardog defense really kind of put it in a bad position all night. But they forced several punts tonight. Good crowd tonight. Made the way. It's a long ways down here to Elkins, Arkansas. I've never been here before.
Me neither.
And my prediction is I'll probably never be here again. Unless Wardogs are here in 2 years. I don't know. But I'm not sure if the Wardogs will continue this series or not. First time we ever played them last year and this year. I think most of us didn't know where Elkins, Arkansas probably was. If you come down to Fayetteville, then head back east. All right. New quarterback for the Elks, and he fakes it. He's going to go around the right side. He's going to go across the 50. That's number 34.
Number 34.
He's going to go all the way up to the Wardog 48-yard line.
He'll take the ball all the way down to the Miami 48-yard line.
Big run right there. That's our third quarterback we've seen tonight.
Touchdown.
Under a minute now.
He is tiny.
This one is winding down. He's going to hand the ball to number 7 up around the left side, and he's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage, and he's going to continue to fight. He's going to pick up no yardage right there.
Number 7, Xander Bolin, picked the ball over the left side.
Host of Wardogs there in on the tackle.
Alex Pylon. He drops around the line of scrimmage. It'll be second down and 10 for the Elks.
And Elk's probably going to about run one more play. And that's probably going to wind this one up right here. Nope, they're not going to run another play at all. So, all right. Week 1 or game number 1 is in the books. Didn't go the way the Wardogs had hoped. And the Wardogs will bounce back. They'll look at the film. We'll see where areas we can get better. And the coaching staff will go to work tomorrow. And the Wardogs will be at home next week as they host Noah in the first home game of the year. So come out next week and join us at Robertson Field. Thank you for being a part of Wardog TV tonight. And those of you who travel to Elkins, make sure you be safe going home. Thank you all, and God bless you all. For Jim Paxton and Jack Hudspeth, we are signing off for Wardog TV.
We'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. I'd like to wish everyone from Miami a safe travel home and good luck the rest of the season. The Elks will be back in action next week at Dardanelle to take on the Sand Lizards. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Have a safe trip home. And as always, go Elks!